Good afternoon, welcome to Matt's Rocks. I'm going to be working on this. This is my third cab in my red Lake Superior agate nodule that I cut. This would be the third one out of the four. I'm going to do it as a series rather than putting them all together in one. So they're taking about 2 hours a piece. Did a white one too, and I'm doing them both at the same time, but just one red, one white, one red, one white. And but I'll go ahead and start working on it. I'm going to start on the 80 grit. I'll shape it up, and let me zoom you in so I can see what I'm doing. And here we go. Yeah, these next two are going to be heels. This one's a heel. Got a little bit of a window showing on this side, but you can see what it looks like on this side too. So I'm going to have to, they've all got parallax bands in them, both the white one and the red one. And I think it's the first time I've done anything with parallax bands that are quite that showy. It's almost like there's water inside of it. When you tilt it, you can see the water changing, moving in there, like you see water moving in a little bottle, that type of thing. That's what it kind of looks like. This one's going to be harder to hold on to because it's a lot thinner than the other ones, the other two, first two. Of course, they were in the middle. The other one's got a little bit more of a hump on the back of it. I'm going to make it more rounded. So it's got a bigger hump, a lot thicker. So I'm probably going to make it a little more rounded out on the back side. I don't know, depends on what it looks like. If it lasts, because it's got this fracture running right down through the middle of it. And after I grind off most of that husk, it may not show anything. That still may be the back of it too, I don't know. It depends on what it looks like. Don't see any window there to tell what the agate looks like inside of it, so. Forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to get out of them. So it's a good thing I didn't. It's a good thing once I took that first face off, that's when I decided to cut it into thicker slabs to make pendants out of, because I could see the parallax in it, and I could see that it was going to let a lot of light through, or more light through than it would if I left it whole. And if you leave that rind on the outside, you're not going to get as much. Well, I've got parallax bands going into the red bands even on this one. That is so cool. Harder to see in the red bands, but neat. Neat, neat, neat. Okay. Looking to see if I had any parallax bending on that face there, or that window that was exposed on the outside end of the heel. It's going to have more of a rounded area than the other face. And I was kind of looking to see also which side I'm going to focus on as the face. And it's going to be the side that was cut rather than the side that was exposed already, because it had weathered enough, and it's actually at the end of the agate. It doesn't have any parallax banding in it like the other side does, and this one's got it where it comes down into these red lines, because there's red lines in that agate in 2 sets of agate bands. It's kind of cool. Actually, the parallax goes clear down into here over on this side. I don't think I'll be able to show it to you just yet. I need to work on this end a little bit more. Got some cracks in there still, fractures, pits. This one I think I can take all the pits out of it. I don't really need them. They're not all that interesting. Nice red chalcedony rind on it, but I don't need the pits. There's no white eyes around those pits just on this end of it, like some of the other red agate slabs that I got out of there did. Nice if I get another black eye like I had on the other one. It was an eye, but it was just a black fortification line. Single black fortification line made a circle in the middle of the red part of the agate. It was weird. Little bitty thing too. About as big as a pencil lead for a mechanical pencil. You know how those small millimeter sized leads are for the mechanical pencils rather than a number 2 pencil, wooden pencil. Okay, I can work the rest of that pit out in the next wheel. Some of that kind of a point. I got a kind of a point in the middle of this arch. A lump sticking out that I don't need. Okay, I've got the shape. Look at you. Ready to come out, but it wasn't. Okay. There's the shape it's going to be. ready to go ahead. It'll change a little bit. It'll get still a little bit smaller as I go, but I've got enough down that I can go to my 220 grit now. I may have to work on this fracture a little more. You can see how it's got a white edge to it. So it's a flake sitting on top right there in that lighter color, which might chip out. So I may work that on down a little further. It doesn't look like I have to go that far. Yeah, it's not, that doesn't run that deep as far as the thin part of it. It gets thicker the deeper it goes. I've still got a chip there I need to get out, but I can do that on this wheel too. I didn't see it until it was dried. A little bit of a chip there still. Forgot about that chip. Well, let's see if we can get it to stay where it's at. I'm gonna have to find out, go back on YouTube and find my video. Chip might be a problem. That triangle shaped chip. Side closer to the point has a chip out of the edge of it. A long chip out of the edge of it. And it's not a real thick chip, but it comes really deep down into the center of the stone here, so I'm liable to lose quite a bit of this getting that out of there. And here's where the main flow channel came in at, right there, next to it, so I'll probably end up losing most of that if I don't just try to take enough of it out to enough of the flake out. Or thin up the line there where the fracture chipped out. Cover that fracture mark. Oh yeah, that did it. Close enough. This other wheel will take it down better without breaking it out again. That steel wheel doesn't have any give. I don't know, I got some scratches out going the opposite direction. Oh, that may be just from fingerprints going down along it. Real little bitty dinky bit of parallax on this end of the wider agate. Little bit. But we are ready to take it to the 600 grit wheel. After this little bit of touch up right there. This is that cut face. Didn't quite get it as round as I wanted to, but at least I got it where I can hit it without having to put too much pressure on it. There we go. Got you situated, now it's time to get me situated. Okay, work around the outside first. Did that. And the stone on the wheel started going dry on me. Cool, big enough to get out. Talking to myself again. Sometimes I forget you're here. You're so quiet. I'm ready to go to the next wheel. Gosher, gosher, gosher. Hit first, sir. Next wheel. Please, may I have another? Hey guys, I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. I'm ready for the next wheel. Already. those are fortification lines showing through, but it looks like scratches. Cool beans. Next wheel. Wow, so far this one's only taking an hour. I have a sneaking suspicion. I'm not going to say it though. Okay. Now I might be able to say it. One more little. Just a little bit dull on that area that I didn't get quite rounded off enough. My sneaky suspicion was that we were done, and we should be now. I'm hoping. Other side's fine. This one had that little dull spot. Well, okay. My pad's still on my flat lap. I'll hit these two faces again. Or not again. Like I did the last one. With the flat lap, just to get a little bit of cloudy out of them. And you might not be able to see it on there. There we go. Had to figure out the right angle to put the stone in. To get the shine off of it. Or the reflection of the light. This is the side that's got the little bit of dull in it. Not much. You might not have been able to see it, but I can, and I'm going to get it out. Okay, here we go. Already got it wet. All of that good stuff. You should pick up the right stone. This is the one I just did. I had it sitting over here, and I moved it over there, so that's why I grabbed it first. This is the stone. This is the stone I'm finishing now. The other one I did earlier. It was the white one that I did earlier. Okay, let's see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Why can't I get a reflection? There we go. That was the rounded side. This one should be getting a better reflection. So this is the flat side. Of course, I've got to shoot my chairs at a different angle, but there it's going across the face. So, now for the last bit. Show it to you with the light coming through. It's not coming through as much down there where the red agate's at the darkest, down here towards this end where it all came in at. But this is going to be in the face if I mount it. Somebody else mounts it, they might come out the other side, but it lets quite a bit of light through. That's that for that one. Today I'm going to be doing this red, last of the red Santa Fe agate nodule, or last part of the red agate nodule. Lake, and I keep saying Santa Fe, and I don't know why I do that. It ain't got nothing to do with Lake Superior. Here's what I'm going to finish working on. It's the last heel. It's going to be a fairly thick cab. I'm probably going to take most of that off. I'm hoping to take most of that off, but it's going to take forever, I do believe. So let me go ahead and get started. Thanks for watching. Let me zoom you in here so you can see what I'm doing. See what my fractures look like around the edges here real quick. Get some of this husk off. I'm going to have to take it off eventually anyway, so I might as well just get it off now. Let's see what I got. Looks like I'm going to have more husk on this upper half than I am fortification. But I think it's still going to look better than the other side by a ton. I don't care for the way those fractures look in there either. Maybe I'll leave the bottom half of this flat. I don't know. We'll see. I'll round off the corners a little bit, but of the edges, just to keep from being sharp. Not going to round them off a whole lot. If I do leave it flat, that's a if, not a when. A little bit of an eye over here too. I didn't even notice that yet. Or not an eye, but a agate fortification where the lines are fairly close together. And no, that's where it came in at. That's the flow channel, the main flow channel. The other, this other eye, I think part of that was filled from there too. I don't like that chip. It comes down to here, or that fracture, it comes down to here, but when it's over on this side, it ends up here. So if that comes out, actually it comes up through this little red line here. So this is a real thin layer right in here. I'm better off leaving this flat on the back. Once I start peeling that off, it'll start letting loose out here a little better, because this seems to be healed here. And I just need to see if I can get all these bugs out of it. I'm looking to see if the dome's kind of fairly even. But before it was a little higher around this side than it was on this side, so kind of tried to cut that down some, but I didn't get it quite enough. This angle slopes up faster. Still wouldn't hurt to take a little out of the middle too. The thinner I can get it, the more light it'll put through, but I don't want it too thin because I don't want that fracture breaking loose. That looks pretty good. And that's letting through a lot more light than it used to. I can actually see some of the lines in here now. But this is going to be the back, so this is not going to matter very much. I just like all the inclusions in this side. Let me go ahead and... Had a bubble on there, made me think I had a bug. It was right above one of those white spots. Now that it's dry, you can see the lines that's on this face now. When it was wet, you couldn't see them. Once I get it shined up, you should be able to see them pretty good too. And there's a nice little red eye right there in the center. White eye with the red around it. And there's fortification lines in the red around it too, I think. Yep. Okay, let's go to the 280 grit. Okay, see what we got now. I think we're just about ready to go to the next wheel. A few little pits in it, but other than that, we're ready to go to the next wheel. Let me reset the camera. Boy, that's getting easier. Okay, we're ready for the 1200 now. I'm going to do it a little different on the startup this time. Rather than doing my edge lengthways like this, I'm going to do it sideways like this. I know it's harder to tell whether it's level or not, but I've got some long ways scratches there that I might want to trying to get out. I could have done it with the last one, but I'm not sure if the last wheel wasn't the one that put them there to begin with. And I don't care if it's a little bit rounded. It's harder to tell whether you've got a 90 degree to the wheel when you're running it this way, running it flat like that. Run it a little bit on there and that takes care of it. I gotta catch that up before I can move on. Okay, next wheel. Wait a minute. Got to do the back. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the back this time. I think that's inclusions. Those two spots, I'll just get them as clean as I can get them and leave them. Because I got all those little holes there in those spots. Although this one, that one right here, there's white underneath it. Yeah, that's got about as good as I think it's going to get. And I'm not going to take this to cerium oxide either. It's doing okie dokie like it is. Get it dry. And my finger's dry so I can show it to you. Oh no, don't do, tell me. Cool, no chips. There's the back. I was showing you the back. Zoom right in a little more. I like around the edges here. You see those red eye, the red eye there with the white center. I got that eye with a white center. And then up on this other end, darn it, up on this end you got a white eye with a red around it too. It's so hard to see all the bands in this, but there's quite a few bands in there. The only thing is they're mostly red, where these on the back, a lot of those are mostly white. But if I'd have tried cutting that down, I'd have lost that whole side here because it's chipped. You can see the crack here. That white line there. But I'd say that's good enough for now. I kind of like that. It's kind of got some white bubbles inside this little spot here too, on this edge. And they look kind of neat. Well, that's what they look like, the bubbles. It's little eyes with darks in the center. A couple of them have holes come all the way out to the surface, but not all of them. But I like it. It's good. Well, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, whatever you feel like doing. Leave a comment. Got any tips you want to spread out? Let me know. I'd always like to be critiqued. I like to know what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing wrong on some of this stuff. And so we'll see you later, and thanks for watching, and have a good day.